welcome to the FutureDDS Dental School Experience, where we help you decide what dental school is going to be right for you. Every school is unique in itself, and we'll give you a different dental school experience. And who better to explain that experience than someone who goes to that dental school? So our goal in this series is to give you a firsthand account of each dental school across America, and hopefully give you everything you need to make the right decision for you. Today we'll be showcasing Kate, who is a what year are you at Kentucky? D1. So she's a D1 student at University of Kentucky College of Dentistry. So Kate, if you could introduce yourself a little bit. I want to thank you at first for joining us, but if you can introduce yourself and explain a little bit about your journey to dental school.
Okay, I'm Kate. I'm from Southeastern Kentucky. I went to undergrad at Union College. I played basketball there. My journey to dental school is a little bit different. My sophomore year, I was having like a mental breakdown. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I'd switched from pharmacy to nursing, and I knew that they just weren't for me. And I was sitting in the car, and my friend said, "Why don't you look into dentistry?" And my actual response was, "No." And that summer, I ended up taking my brother to the dentist, and he had his first cavity. And that night, he asked me to teach him how to floss. And for some reason, I remembered her saying that, and I started looking into it. And I found out about the oral health care disparities in Southeastern Kentucky, and that just kind of drew me to it. But I mean, the more I learn about it, the more I love it.
Oh man, awesome! That's a great story. So I guess if you could tell me a little bit about your school, exactly where it's located, what city, about how big the class size is, just a little bit of general information.
Okay, it's in Lexington. Go Cats. We have 65 students in our class. I think 37 are female, I believe. That's probably one of the things that I like most about UK is it's so small. All of my classmates are close. I know they have events for us to get to know the upperclassmen. The professors know my name. It's cool for me to go to their office and get help. It's really we're just one big family. Everyone's there to help you. Everyone wants you to succeed, and it creates a good positive learning environment. That's what I love about it.
Awesome. So I guess looking into school, what were some of the things that you were kind of looking at going into school, and then why exactly did you what was the key factor that made you choose Kentucky?
A big factor for me was location, because I wanted to be close to my family. So I applied to the 2 schools in Kentucky. I think I really didn't. Other than location, once I visited UK, after my first visit, I was sold on it, because you can just feel the energy there, how close everyone is.
Right.
It just felt like home. And then other than that, the digital dentistry, I was really attracted to that. We're a pilot program for digital dentistry. I don't know how it is at other schools, but we've already had assignments where we have to use his name's jargon or something like that, and we have to scan our wax ups or something like that. So I thought that was awesome.
Cool. So, I guess going back to your journey into dental school, how exactly was that application process, specifically the interview process at Kentucky? How was that for you?
The application process was a rough time for me. I took my DAT without having to forego 1 or 2.
Oh, nice.
So I was applying and trying to learn that and study for the DAT all at once. But in Southeastern Kentucky, there's this mentoring program where they assign you a 4th-year dental student from either UK or Louisville. So I had a 4th-year dental student as my mentor from UK, and she kind of helped me with the studying and getting my application together, so that helped out a lot. The interview process at UK, we came in the morning and we did this mindfulness thing, which is a big thing that they're pushing at UKCD now. we did a mindfulness exercise, and then they asked their first question, and it was, "What is your spirit animal?" And my first thought is, "Well, I didn't prepare for that question." Like everyone had funny responses. Like it was a good way to like get everyone loose and get everyone just like feeling comfortable. And then after that, they divided us into two groups, and then like one group would go um, do a tour and go to financial aid,
Mhm.
um, and then the other group did their interviews. And I was in the first group, and our interviews there was like 4 people in there. I
Oh,
believe that. An admissions counselor, a recent graduate, um, and someone from the Center for Interprofessional Healthcare. And I was kind of nervous of it, like being a panel, because
all
like
right.
I'm not interviews. Um, but like once I got in there, it was conversational, no big deal. But they did put me in a spinny chair, and I'm pretty sure like I almost like spun the whole way around. Um, After that, like I went and did my tour and everything. I think they might have brought us back together. Oh, lunch. You'll eat lunch and you'll get to talk to some like D1s and D2s and like ask them like how their year was going and stuff. And then the dean gave a presentation over digital dentistry. And we broke up.
Okay, so once you actually got into your dental school, I know you were still close to home, but how was that transition going into your first year? Like, how were those first initial months, and how have you kind of settled into school since then?
Um, Honestly, like even being close to home, the transition for me was kind of rough at first. Um, I'm from a small town. I went to undergrad right down the road from a small town. So I was moving to the city for the first time, and I'd also like never lived on my own. So like I always had like a
Mm.
teammate or my mom, like someone there with me. Um, so the first few months, like it was like I was a little rocky and everything, but we had everyone, all the freshmen had to meet with our academic advisor, Rachel,
Okay.
and she she really helped me like get back on track. And then plus like my classmates are like, hey, like you gotta do this, and like just like helping me out. Like that's what I loved about UK.
That's
Um,
awesome. So it's a big support system there, it seems like. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I guess outside of just getting over the transition or like the workload, what does like a typical day at your school look like for a first year student? Like, how is the schedule set up? Is it block style? Is it system style? Like, when do you start? How is it set up?
um, our schedule changes like every week, so like you live by your Google Calendar.
Okay.
But usually, like you have class from 8 to 12, and then you'll go to lunch. And then, like on Mondays and Fridays, you'll have lab. Thursday, you might have a clerkship, and the other day, you might have class at the end of it.
Okay, and those are how is the school schedule set up? Is it like block style where you have a bunch of like test blocks, or do you have a systems base where you go through like each body system and then have a test per week? Like, how is it?
It's block style.
Okay, so you have like two big test blocks per semester.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, it's systems. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I guess like how often would you say you had a test there?
Um, Usually only like one a week. There may be some weeks where you got like two.
Okay.
Usually not more than three. I mean, unless you have a practical, like last week we had an exam and and two practicals. The only reason we usually never have two tests on one day. The
Mhm.
only reason to do tomorrow is because I missed for a funeral and I have to.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. All right. So I guess for anyone applying to University of Kentucky, what would you suggest is they work on now? What should they focus on now to help put themselves in the best position to get in and also succeed once they do get into your school?
UK is very service minded,
Okay.
so um, get some volunteer hours. I would probably like find a volunteer program or whatever that is meaningful to you that you can commit to, rather than just like going and doing like a park pickup one time and then like never doing that again. Because they like to see that like you can commit to something. Um, Other than that, my mentor told me to get in contact with him. Like the people in the admissions office are awesome. They help me all through the process. Just call them up, ask any questions because like you're getting your questions answered, and they're also like when they come across your application, like they know like they can connect it to you.
Mm, cool. How would you used to play basketball, so I know that used to take a lot of your time in undergrad, but how would you say you manage your work-life balance now, with the schoolwork load, clinic, and getting into a new style of school and everything? How would you say you manage your work-life balance? And is there anything that the school does specifically that kind of help students?
Um, I think that is the hardest part about middle school is keeping everything balanced. And I don't do it well all the time. But I live by my planner. Like at the beginning of the week, I plan out what I'm going to do and I stick to it. Like if I feel like I need to study a little bit more, but I'm supposed to go to the gym, like I make myself go to the gym. And I try not, like when I'm studying, I try to make that study time not get distracted like on social media. Which doesn't always work out. But the school, I mean, like other than like Rachel, our admissions administrator or academic advisor. Okay. She's always there to help. Her door's always open. You can always come to her with anything. But they also, for D1s, they assign you a mentor. Like I was assigned the third year, I believe. And then you also get like a big brother or big sister. So you can like text them if you have any questions or anything like that. Like, hey, like how did you do this? Like, well, how did you study? Like, how did you study for this test?
Mm. So, a lot of people are kind of focused either on didactic and like research versus clinical experience. How do you think Kentucky, or I guess how is the clinical experience? How's it been so far? And if you really haven't had as much clinical experience, like what are some things that you've heard about the clinical experience? Like, do you feel like a lot of people get well prepared? Is it super rigorous once you get in? Like, how is that?
Um, okay, so I am in pre-clinic right now with restorative. But everyone has already had their first patient actually. Um, in October, we do a sealant trip.
Okay.
So we went to Letcher County, Kentucky, and gave sealants to the Government Elementary there. So that's cool. It's like so nervous at first. Um, you also go to clerkships, so you get to like shadow like different specialties, and you can get to assist sometimes. We also have the Saturday morning clinic where you volunteer and you get all kinds of experience that way. I haven't really heard much about the upperclassmen's clinical experience. I don't think they're like hurting for patients. Honest, that's probably all I've heard of.
Cool. So, I guess we can start wrapping it up. What is a big advantage that you see at your school, or something that I guess you would never change about your school, like something very unique that has made your experience what it is so far?
I mean, I know I've been beating this to death, but definitely just like the sense of community that we have. I mean, it's second to nothing. The first like week that we were here, like we had a cookout at our professor's house, so like got to meet the faculty and got to meet the classes and stuff. It's just it's solid and it helps. It makes a difference.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I guess are there any last words of advice that you would want to give anyone, especially applying to University of Kentucky, or anyone that's applying to dental school in general? Any last words?
Definitely just be yourself, be genuine. Because I mean, you put in the work, you've got the grades, you took the DAT. Now, like they want to see you and who you are.
Man, that's awesome. Well, Kate, again, I want to appreciate you. Say thank you from on behalf of us at FutureDDS and every viewer that we have that's tapping into your interview. Just want to say thank you again for taking some time out from your busy schedule to just join us and give us your insight. Is there any way, and is there any like social media handle that people can get in touch with you, or should people just go to the website or get in touch with admissions? Like how?
My social media my Instagram is KSOD11. My Twitter is Kate Make 'em Hate. I've never changed it. And you can also email me. My email is kst325@g.uky.edu.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And I'll definitely put that down in the description. But that's going to wrap it up. I just want to say thank you again. And for everyone out there, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you know whenever we post up new content. And keep following us as we put out these videos, helping you guys learn more about these schools so you can make the right decision getting into dental school. All right, guys.